Okay, here we go. We're good. We're good now. Try talking, people.
Okay, are
Hello!
we...
We
Hi.
might be back. I'm not sure. Is the soundbar moving, Nicholas?
It is moving. Thank you,
Alright,
Okay, good.
Jessica.
alright, and can I be heard this time? Specifically asking for Derek, who hangs out in our chat.
Derek.
Even though there's a significant delay between what we do and what chat types, it's a thing.
Sorry.
I'm going to proceed with the assumption that we're working good right now.
Apologies to
so-
everyone who only heard me talking. I swear I was being narcissistic. I just didn't realize OBS
He just wanted to be
breaks.
the only one who was
Yeah.
heard.
No, yeah, you weren't being narcissistic. You just didn't realize any of us existed.
No, it's OBS is just fucking stupid sometimes. I swear.
Alright, so short recap on what you may have missed out if you couldn't hear me in that earlier part, and for anyone who's going to check this part out on the stream as a video, because that other part will get probably discarded.
Or not.
Broomstick woke up in a haze. He was cured by our priestess Ophelia. He stumbled down the stairs into the kitchen, where Warren had a big sausage and hash breakfast going on, and that's where we're at the moment. The construction work has been ongoing. It's going to be a tight schedule to get everything completed in time for the grand opening of the unnamed cafe. And
We just name it the Unnamed Cafe.
is that too meta? I don't know.
I've been thinking of names, but I haven't decided on anything yet.
The Yeah. That's actually a good one, though. The unnamed cafe.
Troll Cafe.
Trolls.
The JPEG cafe.
So yeah, your grand opening and Avi and Emmerich's anniversary party are scheduled for basically the same time. And the three kids, Nat, Jenks, and Squidly, have been really pressed into service here, just trying to keep things going. They're rapidly developing into a fairly competent kitchen staff. They can't get to the stuff on the high shelves, not at least not without climbing on top of each other, which Squidly is good at and Jenks is not. They're more helpful than disaster. So they're there.
They're good kids.
Yeah, they are. The other thing that you've noticed, Warren, you spend far more time in the kitchen than anyone else, is the kitchen ghost has been a bit more active. You find yourself like reaching for utensils and having them slid into your hand as you're working, and like none of it's in a creepy, haunty sort of way. It's like give me an insight check.
All right, let me see. 25.
You get the distinct impression that this ghost is tied specifically to the kitchen and is happy to be helpful.
Good ghost too.
Yeah. On the occasions when your halberd is with you in the kitchen, that connection seems to get a little bit more clear. Can't see the ghost. You can't exactly tell where they're at, but the halberd is focusing that sense in some way.
Interesting.
Now, going back to more recent business, when you were exploring the murder mansion, you found a amulet around the neck of the mummy.
Yes.
That was a bit of an oddity.
It's
It
not
was
shiny.
yes, it was matte silver, and it was magical, but its aura was shielded from something, by something. Blaze, have
Hi.
you been playing with that and or leaving it?
I've kept it on my person, and if I'm just lazing about, sometimes I'll pull it out and like do one of those things where you're like, you know what I mean, just kind of
Okay.
staring at it.
So you're focusing on it.
Yeah.
All right. It tunes to you,
Uh-oh.
which that's a step of unlocking a magic item's potential, and that's when you learn its abilities. It's a amulet of protection against detection,
Oh,
which is a pretty handy item to have. And I thought I had that in a window I could share easily, but if you go to your equipment tab, you can search magical items, and its exact name would be helpful. DBON's running super slow for me at the moment. Yeah, so if you can do that search for it's amulet of proof against detection, I think is its exact name. That'll let you know what its abilities are.
well, helps if I'm not
There
just
we are.
searching my items.
Yeah, you have to pull up the manage
equipment.
equipment. Yeah, amulet of proof against detection and location is the name of the item. And while wearing that, you're hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying. So
Wow.
it's it's a pretty handy thing. If you were piecing things together from the encounter, that's why Lestara didn't see it when she was viewing the room with
Yeah.
clairvoyance. That's something that you guys have. You can decide what to do with it at any point.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
So, what type of things do we need to get taken care of for the party?
I don't remember.
I've mostly been attending to the repair of everything.
I don't know anything about the party. I'm just here to help a Minotaur.
Yeah.
I don't need help. I just need another 5 years of sleep.
We did have the other issue with the surprise gift that somebody left for us, but we might need
Also
Lestara
true.
before we continue on that.
I sensed the ghost in the
Yes.
first
Yes.
game.
And the ghost, the kitchen ghost is non-malevolent.
Yeah, I don't know if
He's a good.
I don't know if I want to get rid of him.
I'm gonna wake up and be like, we have a kitchen ghost.
Yes, we have a ghost. We knew it was haunted the first day we were here, or I did at least, because I'm not dumb.
Am I obligated by the Church of Kalemvor to exorcise this ghost?
Kelemvor.
Kalemvor.
Kelemvor.
Kalemvor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not necessarily. Kelemvor has a prohibition against those who choose undeath. For ghosts, which end up in a state like this, it's not something they seek out. You can't decide to become a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time you would expect that to be a significant problem would be if the ghost is somehow avoiding judgment from Kelemvor. And you don't have any reason to believe that's the case here. You've got nothing. Whatever it would take to be on the bad end of a judgment like that, it's pretty severe. You would either have to be to deny the gods' existence entirely, which is really difficult in a world where gods have actually walked on the ground. Or if you had given false service to a god. Those end up with pretty nasty effects in the land of the dead, the youth plane. But in this case, you don't have any reason to believe either of those are in play here. So you can decide that one as you go.
Okay.
So yeah, what Avi and Emmerich have told you is they have plans for the morning and afternoon, and then their guests will be arriving in the early evening, and they'll be arriving later. They were really looking forward to the opportunity to make a grand entrance. And they were hoping for catered food, drink, music.
Right.
So with us
Okay.
there, Nick.
The what?
So with us there, Nick.
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were asking me a question. I was like, what?
I was asking you if you're still with us.
Oh, yeah, that's a question. Sorry, I'm here.
Hi.
He is.
Yeah. Warren, you had something?
I've been doing my best to fulfill their wishes. So anything that we need to get done,
Okay.
they have free reign.
Okay.
Otherwise, I can sit down Drumstick while he's eating and update him on everything that he's missed while he's been septic. It's been a couple of developments. I don't know if he's followed what's been going on.
No. No, I'm gonna be like, listen, what is time? Help me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over the plans that we were making for the party for him. I'm also going to inform you, Drumstick. There is an account in your name now. You have roughly 12,000 gold.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so feel free not to waste that, hopefully. But that's for you.
Where did this gold come from?
Oh, well, it came from the sewers, where most gold comes from, I guess.
So you're just realizing that you've been out of it for days. The last thing you can recall is going through the sewer on the way to unlock the Dragon's Sword. And everything after that is a blur of images. You remember a lot of being drugged around. A big pile of money. And then mostly your bed.
I've been asleep and I now have a debit account. This sounds like a scam. But
Yep, so that's yours to do whatever you want with, I guess.
yeah.
Just
So
you know.
I'm gonna perk up a little bit and be like, I have money. I'm gonna buy unnecessary silverware.
Well, there's a lot
Minotaur
worse.
size silverware.
Listen, I can eat with normal sized human silverware. Don't judge me, okay?
Judging.
I can just
And-
picture it. These giant hands holding these itty bitty forks and knives.
This one's the
Yes.
salad!
Yeah.
Besides that, there's only one other minor issue. That and the kitchen ghost, I guess. Somebody at some point snuck into the house and left a very weird letter for Lestar and a pair of severed ears. So, keep your eyes open for anything suspicious, I guess. You know,
What kind of ears?
elf ears.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
That's a very weird gift giving, but okay. I'm like trying to take it all in because I'm like, There's a ghost. I have money. Severed ears. What the fuck? Like, trying to get everything together. I'm just be like, okay, so is the severed ear thing going to ruin the wedding? Or
Let's hope not. I mean, someone's been in the house when they weren't supposed to be. That's all we know right now.
did you lock
But
the
just keep-
doors?
I assume we've been locking the doors.
Don't assume.
I-
That's
I-
dangerous.
I personally would assume that Warren is responsible and
Oh,
does
I
a
thought you meant
check at the end of night.
I thought you meant
Warren
responsible.
is responsible for the ears.
Yeah, you know what? How dare you, Warren?
He's been going out and severing elf ears.
Mhm.
And then saying, "Oh, guys, there's something afoot."
No, not feet, ears.
Shut up, Kevin.
Something a ear.
Shh.
I don't know. It may have been one of the workers. We've been having a lot of workers come in and out, so I've kept that as an open possibility. But we haven't seen anything yet. So just so you're aware that's happening.
Okay. Alrighty. I'll keep my eyes peeled while and doors locked while we're adventuring. And I'm just gonna like continue eating, but like occasionally I'm gonna like drop a fork and just try and pick it back up because I'm still recovering.
Yeah, you've got that haze still over your head from recovery.
I've got a haze and I'm overwhelmed. That's me in my everyday life, guys. Hello.
So about an hour after that, the work crews start to arrive for the day. And after that, it gets busy. There's hammers, there's wood being cut and fit into place. A section of the bar had to be replaced. They found,
Dry
problem on the
rot.
roof that need to be taken care of. Yeah. Masonry work going on in the basement to get you a secure basement door into the sewers.
I thought you were gonna say the foundation's moving, and I'm like, that's a problem.
So yeah, does anybody have any plans for construction day?
In terms of
Anything on your to-do list?
Okay, run by me what we have to do again. I'm sorry. I'm having selective hearing right now.
Mostly party planning is on your instant to-do list.
Did they give us a list of what they wanted for?
It was a vague list. You know, they kind of left it up to the to you guys to decide what to serve, but they're going to need some music and they're going to need some food. They've got a guest list of about 25 people, and they've warned you they don't know when that party's going to stop once it gets started.
For musicians, have we found anyone?
I don't know, have we? I mean, if we need to, we can go look for them.
I mean, didn't you go to a party recently at some fancy dude's house?
One place you can recall having musicians at every time you've been there is the Yawning Portal. And there's just, on a general day, there's bards at the Yawning Portal.
Yeah, and if you want to go check it out and see if you can find somebody who's not terrible.
Sure, yeah, I can do that. So I'm gonna kind of get my stuff together and be like, does anyone wanna come with me, just so I'm not the only one, like, immediately picking the first person.
I should probably go with him just in case his wound festers.
Sure.
Personal medic.
I can always
So-
use that. That's fine.
There's this strange woman that you've barely met is offering to go along with you.
It's doctor's orders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the doctor, and I'm ordering you to have me around. So fair enough. So I guess we'll leave for the yawning portal then.
I mean, yeah, I guess as long as I'm not needed on the premises while it's being worked on, I can go with them. Just, why not?
Okay. Blaze?
I guess I'm gonna go with. Everybody else is going, I might as well.
Can actually
So-
stick together for once.
Deciding not to split the party. Think I can adjust to this.
For the first time ever.
So, Ophelia, this may be your first stop at the Yawning Portal. It's kind of a legendary landmark in Waterdeep. It is a large 3-story inn and tavern, and it is one of the places that's open 24 hours a day.
Is it crowded?
Well, you're going in pretty early today, so you wouldn't say it's crowded, but it's busy. You can move around, you can walk, there's seats available, but it's a pretty hopping place. I'd also love to know why I end up with the hiccups every time we stream on a Monday night.
It's all that Red Bull.
That's a possibility.
I mean, honestly, Kevin, yeah.
Well, maybe if somebody didn't send him a case every once in a while.
Hey, one of those was by accident.
What about the
So-
others?
So
They were
when
on
you arrive
purpose.
there, the central feature in the Yawning Portal is there is a 30-foot wide well in the center of the tap room. And that just goes down into the darkness. There's a winch and pulley system with a platform at the top of it that can lower a full group of people down into Under Mountain, which is a massive dungeon complex underneath Waterdeep.
Ooh.
So this is kind of the place where adventurers and people looking to get that thrill of action like to hang out. At the moment you're there, there's actually a group of people descending into the Under Mountain at the moment. It's a group of 5, and people are placing bets on how likely they are to survive.
Wow.
Morbid?
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely curious. I'm like
Um,
watching very intently and curiously.
Give me a perception check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Routine.
13?
Mhm.
Okay. Group of 5. There's a large, for a human, male warrior with some pretty thick armor on there and a big axe across his back, smiling ear to ear. Next to him, there's a dwarf with a thick red beard. A wizard who just looks shady. He's got that slicked back black hair that's kind of like more plastered to his head than it is like styled in any way. That just he looked greasy. And then a second warrior who looks like he knows more about a bow than he does an archer is with there. But right as the group drops below your line of sight, you notice the black disc hanging from a woman in a dark purple robe. And that you recognize as a holy symbol of Shar, goddess of darkness. And with that, they drop out of sight.
Interesting.
Was that real?
It's not the first time you guys have seen adventurers drop down into Under Mountain.
Oh.
It happens almost daily that at least one group comes in or comes up. Covering the walls of this place are trophies that people have brought out of the dungeon. So you've got there's a mounted there's a 3-head mount for a chimera with a dragon, goat, and lion head right above the entrance. So this is that place. It's kind of like the TGI Fridays of adventures decor. But also there is a blonde elf at the bar who's strumming away on a lute and singing idly to anyone who looks his way.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's competent. The lute he's playing with is like a low quality kind of deal. It might even it's missing string, but he's playing it well and working with what he got.
Now that I can relate to.
One thing you don't see is Yagra and her crew.
Oh no! Oh well. I guess it's for the best. I'm not in the right state of mind. I don't want her to see me this way. I'm weak. Okay, well, what's your guys' opinion? I mean, to me, he sounds good, but what do you guys think?
I mean, I don't really have an ear for music, but it sounds fine.
Like, it's like house shopping. You don't want to go on the first one, but like,
It might sound better with a loop that's seen better days.
You wouldn't say he sounds bad. It's just that the loot looks low quality.
now I wonder if we give him a good quality loot and see what happens there. But we don't have a good quality loot, I don't believe.
We could buy one.
True.
Yeah, how much? I mean, well, he could probably handle that. We could give him an advance.
Hey, listen, I know you can't afford it, but listen, you need to buy a better loot, okay, buddy? Like,
He's going to roll a die.
wait, I didn't say that to him. I'm just,
I know.
I swear I'm not that rude in person.
Struggling with dice bag, like I'm fumbling my own dice rolls here.
Are you fucking okay?
I'll be okay as soon as I find a D20.
See, that's why I have everything laid out in my dice tray, ready to go.
So he notices you and starts walking your direction, still playing the lute, and kind of twists his song around and starts singing a tale of you guys, and how you returned the stolen money of Waterdeep to the city and became heroes. Yeah, Nick, this is all news to you.
Is this serenade working? Like, am I getting wooed by him? Like,
Roll for seduction?
you would say, yeah, he's passed the bardic inspiration die to you. So should you need to make an attack roll in the next 10 minutes, you got some help.
yeah. Yes.
Just got here.
I know. Please don't get us kicked out, or me at me. Don't get us kicked out again.
And then when
I'll nod politely to him, and I'm going to say, "You make a trip through the sewer sound much better than it actually is."
and with that, he his song concludes and he takes a bow and is like, "That is the best compliment I've had in days."
Oh no! I'm gonna give him a hug.
Matchroom 3 Strings Merrig at your service. He returns your hug heartily.
Yeah. I'm full of warmth, and I'm much more confident in talking to him now. Your songs sound pretty darn good. What do you mean that you haven't been getting? Has no one liked them? I mean, we certainly liked hearing about ourselves in a good way.
Yeah, well, flattery, it goes a long way with a lot of people, but it doesn't always pay the bills.
True.
But,
Well, we were looking actually to possibly hire someone such as yourself for a little party, and we didn't know what we were looking for, but when we came in, we heard you, and you seem pretty damn good.
I love parties.
Bro, same. And we were wondering if I look back at everyone, if you guys are okay with it, would you like to play at our party?
To play at the hero's home, I would be delighted and honored.
We're kind of hosting an anniversary party at our currently unnamed cafe we're opening.
My dear, I hope you never stop talking because everything you say makes this sound better.
I'm gonna slide up to him and put my arm around his shoulders if we're old buddies. And I'm gonna say, all right, listen. I have a couple questions first. How many glasses of wine can you stand before you can't sing anymore?
I don't know, but I'm not very good at math, so that number might be very high.
And 2, can you party all night?
Just all night? Like, we'll get cut off at morning here?
Well, we'll get cut off when the guests leave. The sun could be up,
Yeah. We'll throw in a couple of half-hearted high fives and maybe a smelly room for you to play in because we don't have really good house situation at the moment, but...
No, it's gonna be all set by the time the party comes.
But
Okay.
we'll keep those half-hearted high fives, though, part of the deal, I guess.
Why
I can work with this. I can do it. Yeah.
Nice. Sweet.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yay. Awesome.
Will your guests tip well? I know it's a little rude to ask, but the pockets, they is empty.
We don't know who the guests are yet, so
If they don't
I don't
tip
know.
well, we will at least.
Yeah.
We'll pay nicely for.
yeah, I'm gonna take a
assistance.
look at his instrument and be like, I'm sure it has sentimental value, but it could use some patching up, or maybe you want to get yourself a new one.
With that, he pulls his lute up and basically does like a technical solo. And you're quite certain that those 3 strings, he knows exactly how to work those 3, and it is not a problem for him.
All right.
That was impressive. Okay. Yeah, I've got my answer. You're hired.
All right. When tomorrow night, you said?
2 days, I think it was.
Yeah.
It's
2 days tomorrow
something.
night.
A day, 2 days. It's close enough.
I will be there, potentially wearing actual bell.
Wait,
As
actually,
long as those are part of the song, I guess.
No, they don't have to be. Those are fine. Have fun.
wait, did you
Try
say
hard.
actual? What was that? Clothes?
Is this a clothing optional party?
We don't. You know what?
No.
I would
Listen.
Listen, personally, me, yeah, I would be all for it, but I don't know how our.
They're making the rules. They don't want to wear clothes. I mean,
We'll ask partway through and see what happens, but
Look, I'll show up with clothes and we'll see where things go.
Okay.
I like the sound of that.
Oh my god.
Make sure you're clean underneath them. You never know. Take a bath.
The Minotaur
So-
just walks out at this point. It's like, all right, I'm good.
So yeah, then you just have to sort out a menu.
I'm just gonna
Um,
look at Warren.
Me too. I was
Like,
gonna say, I'm like, I'm
That's
just
your job.
hey.
all right.
Yeah,
so-
like I can see how this is going to work out. Like Warren looks like at what each of the three of you, one at a time, pauses on Ophelia for just the barest of moments, then just shakes his head and says, "I'll just meet you at home."
yeah, I can handle this. I believe we asked them if they had any special food requirements, and they just said just normal fare. So I'm
Yeah,
sure I can
yeah.
handle like
Mhm.
a roast pig and a duck and all sorts of fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, that large oven in the kitchen, you most certainly could roast pig in that. So
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah, all right. Um, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit to party night. Um, Matrim shows up in his best attire. He has left the bells at home, but he is attired. He's got some, a nice like green suit, and he's ready to go. When the first guests start to arrive, they're an eclectic. They're mostly tradesmen from the other parts of the city, but the first man that arrived is a human who's got just glittery jewels and gems, like he's got double rings on each finger, long earrings to go along with that, and he's introduces himself. He's happy to be there, and like each guest is more audacious than the last. By the time the entire guest list has arrived, it's like hard to look at the crowd because it's just a sea of color. um, you People are wearing feathers, masks. They're going all out for this. When it finally comes time for Avi and Emmerich to arrive, they live just down the block. I mean, literally walk to their shop and home in 45 seconds. But they show up in a carriage.
Oh, that is a me move right there.
When the carriage stops, the coachman gets down, walks to the door, opens it, pulls out a step, sets it in front of the open door, and then steps back to hold the door open. Avi, the water Genasi, steps out. He is head to toe in a blue silk suit. The ruffle at that is his chest is like falling down like a waterfall. He is decked to the nines. When Emmerich steps out, he's gone even a step further. He is wearing a red sequin gown and heels. He's got the broad shoulders of a smith, so he's well shaped on that.
He's
But
rocking it. Oh my
yeah,
god.
the gown's cut down deep to show off everything he has, and he stands there for a moment. Avi takes his hand, kisses his hand, and Emmerich's dress lights on fire.
I'm going to scream out in a low, deep voice. Absolutely fabulous.
and that's how they make their entrance.
Well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm blown away. I am just so giddy at this point in time.
Matrim, the bard, as playing the moment their feet hit the ground. He started a song, and everybody is having a great time. There is dancing. Warren, give me a roll and tell me how good the food is. Apply whatever modifiers you think are appropriate.
I'm proficient with my cooking tools, so I'll give myself proficiency.
That's fair.
Would it be like what kind of check would cooking even be?
You could do it as a wisdom, a survival, like.
No. You would probably do it as an intelligence check.
Yeah, intelligence. Okay, so my proficiency and intelligence. That sounds fine. That is 14.
Okay. Nobody's talking about the food. But with the combination of the music and just the guests, they're more interested in dancing, singing, talking, than they are in the food anyway.
At the very least, we had all that Thon family wine, and I think we cracked that for this. So we're serving the good stuff for the wine.
The wine is flowing. Ophelia.
Yes.
This is... How are you reacting to all of this?
I'm just kind of hanging out on the side of the room, not really mingling. I'm not much of a social person. If somebody gets drunk and gets hurt, I can be there to heal them.
Okay, so you're watching the party with mom eyes.
Yeah.
You're like the school chaperone at like the dance.
I'm the chaperone.
Nobody's allowed to get too drunk.
Mm-hmm. Warren, I assume you're rushing about to keep things in order.
I am. However, I also am still keeping an eye out just in case. I'm not incredibly suspicious, but I do know that we had someone come into the building, so I don't want anyone sneaking in right now. So
your default is pretty suspicious.
Yeah.
So
do we have any? Are there any people of Elvish descent at the party, or?
The only elf you're truly familiar with is Lestara, and she's nowhere to be found.
Well, she's dead, so, no.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Lying in a ditch somewhere. That's fine.
That's okay. She's dead, I had sepsis, it's a good time,
As long as it's a dark ditch, she'll probably...
Yeah.
She'll blend right in, no one will see her.
Yeah.
Blaze, what about you? Where are you finding yourself during all of this commotion?
Mingling decently, probably drinking. Not probably, definitely drinking.
Okay.
That's a strong maybe.
Okay.
It's strong, maybe. It's a definite.
Okay. So yeah, you get pulled out to dance more than once. Everybody's having a good time. Things are going well. Broomstick. Where do you find yourself in all of this?
I want to be. I'm talking to. Oh shit! I dropped a die. To Avi and help me out, please.
Emmerich.
Emmerich, thank you. And just, I'm aghast over how just amazing, like how well dressed they are, and just like asking for tips on like as a Minotaur, how do you think I can improve my style?
The two of them and a friend of theirs he's got blue skin and you can't figure out exactly where he's at. But the three of them have a conversation with you and have all but promised you a makeover anytime you want to stop by.
Oh, guys! That's definitely... I'm holding you guys up to that. That's happening, definitely.
All right. Warren and Ophelia, give me a perception check. Dun dun.
22.
What's my percentage? 23.
Okay.
Dun dun. Dun dun.
Warren, when you go head back into the kitchen, you're going to refill one of the dishes that's a little more popular than most. You open the kitchen door, and you see a rat.
Hmm.
Now, you and Ophelia both saw it. She was standing near the kitchen door. You're fairly sure no one else has seen it right now. Even the kids who are your kitchen staff, they haven't left the kitchen all night. They seem to have not noticed it.
Have we seen any rats before, or is this the first one?
There were a handful of rats here when you first moved in, but they cleared out once things got active. This is the first time, in several weeks, the first time you've had any sign of vermin.
I wonder if I should get Blaze to deal with it.
Oh,
I just have the drunk tabaxi try and take out the rat.
I mean, it would work, but she might cause more damage than the rat. I'm gonna try and catch it if I can, and keep an eye out for if it's is there any evidence of more rats back here in the kitchen.
Okay.
That's not good.
Give me an investigation check to track the rat.
Okay. Oh, that was way out of the box. +9. 23.
23. You go searching, and open cabinets along the bottom where you think it ran, and you kind of see there's a drain pipe that runs out from beneath the sink, and you've never noticed anything down here before like this. You've done a thorough clean of the kitchen more than once, but now there's a area around where the pipe comes in, goes into the floor, that's been opened up, and it's just big enough.
Intentionally or unintentionally? Like, does it look like the rat clawed it open?
Well, it looks like mortar has been removed.
I blame the damn masons.
So it's unlikely that rats have done this naturally.
Right.
Ophelia, where are you at as he investigates?
I'm trying to not make it obvious that there is a rat in the kitchen, but I'm very startled by vermin. So I'm just like,
Okay. In the kitchen or in the tap room?
in the kitchen.
Okay. So you got the guard position on the door?
Yes.
Okay. Warren.
Yes.
How are you proceeding with...
So the rat's gone now? I've lost track of it?
Well, you found a hole.
Right. And how big is this hole exactly? Is it about the size that a rat can move through, or is it larger than that?
Easily. It's only 2 or 3 inches wide, but that's more than enough for a full-size rat to squeeze through.
Right. I'm going to find something to move in front of the hole for the time being. Just something large and heavy enough to block it up, just in case.
Yeah, you take one of your lesser towels, and you kind of wad that up and press it in there with something solid. So you plug the hole up.
Okay, and I think I actually am gonna go get Blaze, just kind of pull her out of the party and escort her back into the kitchen.
Yeah. Wine
Wanna
glass
tell
in hand.
And I'm just
yes.
gonna say, listen, not a big deal yet, but we might have some rats back here that we don't want running around.
And you decided to get me?
Yeah,
Why?
you know why.
What?
You're so racist.
That's rude. I'm gonna try and leave.
Just look, I'm gonna block it. Look, just help me get the rat, okay?
Okay, fine. I'm gonna be like 1 minute, and I'm gonna go back out and come back with a full wine glass.
Alright, Blaze. How do you track a rat?
I'm gonna turn to Warren and be like, "How do you expect me to find the rat?"
I don't know. Can you smell him or something?
I'm just gonna put my wine glass in Warren's face and be like, "That's rude.
That's
Very
that's
rude.
double racist. How dare
That's
you?
racist."
I mean, okay, we could leave out some food for it or something.
That, and you needed me for that.
I can't do it alone.
Damn savage.
I'm gonna be
I'd
like,
rather have you running around in here than the Minotaur, okay? How do you think that would end?
I mean,
I'm
I don't think he
hurt.
could look in the cabinets to be able to look for rats. He's too big.
Ah,
Exactly.
bitch.
I'm like, all right, go get the food you wanted to set the trap with.
Yeah, I'll grab something that I think a rat would eat.
Cheese.
Where do you think it went?
Cut scene for a second. We go back out to the party floor where Droomschick is become kind of the center of attention.
I don't mean to be.
No. You're just a big boy here, and
I'm a
and
big
that
boy.
that seems to be more than one person's chosen type.
Oh.
I am fucking loving the attention because I never get any, and I've been passed out for days, so I need social people around me. I need all of this interaction right now. It's like filling up my feeling better about myself meter.
One of the guests, he's a super slender elf. Like, even for elfy standards, he's slim. And he's got a wreath of flowers around his head.
I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds.
Sure. And he takes one of those flowers out and puts it up on top of your head, like kind of like where your ear meets your horn,
Yeah.
and does a little bit of finger wiggling and whispers to the flower, and just like sprouts a vine that twists along your horns with more flowers.
I'm gonna be like, that was magical.
Indeed, it was.
I like it. And I'm gonna do like the schoolgirl kind of like giggle, like.
Give me a perception check.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
And-
17.
and okay. Oliver, Ophelia, and Blaze are nowhere to be seen.
Where the fuck did my friends go?
The elf who hasn't even bothered to give you his name is kind of like nudging you to sit down, and is all but crawling into your lap.
Okay, fuck my friends. I'm gonna go deal with this guy. I'm gonna like definitely like follow this guy's lead because I'm liking where this is going, and I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay, so you were properly distracted.
Yes.
Returning to the kitchen.
Right. You know what? I worked in taverns. I'm gonna go with the classics. We're gonna set up some food with a box and a drawstring, and we're gonna try to get this rat into it.
Okay, so you were going to go with classic mousetrap.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Apparently.
go with the classics.
Where would you like to set those up at?
Somewhere probably near the hole. I can unblock the hole while
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing this, I guess, and we'll set it up somewhere in that vicinity.
Would I know that drain is weird looking? There's something weird about it.
Somehow I don't think you've done much cleaning.
Yeah, no.
So no, this is the first time you've
Okay.
really, for anything in here that didn't have food on it.
Yeah. Alright. You're setting up the box, right?
Yeah.
When you go to set up the trap, you notice that there's already something there that you hadn't seen before. It's like a little canvas burlap bag.
How little?
Maybe about the size of like a tennis ball.
What's that?
It's a good question. I'm gonna pick it up, and is there anything inside of it? It's just completely empty.
It's wadded rags, but it's got a smell to it.
What kind of smell do I dare
It's-
ask?
It's a strong smell. You can't exactly identify it. It's kind of like a sweet, sour, kind of half musky smell.
Don't like that in the kitchen.
No. That's gross. Why is that there?
I don't know.
Was
Is
that
it-
there a second ago?
Is there any other evidence of anything that's moved around here since I blocked up the drain?
No. This could have been there before, and you just didn't notice it.
Okay.
When you go to set up the trap, you were digging around a bit more, and that's when you spotted it.
And I can't. I can't digging around. There's nothing else unexpected.
Give me an investigation check.
It's, plus 8, 22.
Okay. You look through the hole, and you can see another one of the little burlap sacks deeper in. And you can kind of figure out that these are like 8 balls.
Oh. All right. So they look like. Did they look like something a rat would have dragged in, or did they look like they were like intentionally made by something more
Oh
intelligent?
no! It's like somebody took like a small burlap bag, stuffed it with rags,
Right.
squirted some type of scent material in there, tied them shut, and placed them there.
Okay.
Not normal rat behavior.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Ophelia,
interesting.
there. You're still watching by the door. Do you have thoughts on the process?
I'm just trying to make sure none of the guests walk by and see. So I'm just
Okay.
like turning over my shoulder.
So yeah, you peek out the door and you see Drumstick there with this thin elf boy in his lap, and the
Oh.
flowers curled through his horns, and just this big, slightly doofier than normal smile on Drumstick's face.
Gay.
Listen, we're at a gay party.
Is he keeping all of the guests entertained? Is my question.
Most of the guests seem to be most of the guests seem to be entertaining themselves.
Okay.
It's not like full on debauchery going on out here.
Yeah.
The wine is flowing.
Yeah.
People are dancing. You would qualify this as a good party.
Okay.
By any objective standard, this is in the top 10 percentile for party.
Okay.
Welcome to the top 10 parties in Waterdeep. Number 5.
Yeah, Matrim is like walking around, and he's got the loot going. He's taking requests.
Playing Wonderwall.
No. No. The Waterdeep has a strict no Oasis policy.
Oh. That's a name.
Is that a Waterdeep thing or a Kevin thing?
It's
Is
a
there
both.
difference?
Yes. You could break the law.
But no, he definitely knows his trade and is plying it well. He left a large floppy hat on the floor, which is full of coin.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay, so nobody's like edging towards the kitchen.
Give me perception on this one.
Okay. Oh fuck. That's gonna be a 4.
Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. So, back to our hunters.
Okay. So someone might be luring these here intentionally. Do I have any recollection of the last time I might have seen this location in a better state of repair to pin down exactly when this might have been done?
Well, this area didn't need any repair work done to it specifically.
Right.
The kitchen was one of the more better maintained parts of the house. Other than some of the upper cabinets on the other side of the kitchen, there wasn't too much that needed work here. But it's probably been a couple of days since you were digging around in there and giving a good solid look.
All right.
It's not a convenient place to keep things.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if someone did this intentionally, what could their motive have been? Doesn't seem like it would be the same person that was leaving ears on our counter.
Give me an insight
Somebody
check.
did this.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Let's see. 17.
The box that the ears were in, the note, the wrapping paper, were all really upscale. This is a burlap sack full of rags.
Yeah.
So you're not getting too much overlap on methods.
I wish I'd paid more attention. I could determine whether or not this was recent in the last couple of days. If they have, I'm wondering if they're using rats to distract us from something else that's going on, which I don't know. I'm scraping my brain for motives to lure a bunch of rats into a kitchen, besides a distraction, or to just
Can
besmirch
I-
our good name.
This detect magic. Just
But you
Drunk-
should all be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
So
There's no magic in the bait balls. It appears just to be a scent trail kind of thing. You're not super outdoorsy, so
yeah, where's our druid when you need one?
I almost said I'm right here. I'm like, wait, no, wrong character. Oops.
Okay, I'm gonna proceed with setting up this trap, and I'm going to hand the string over to Blaze and allow her to watch over this rat trap.
thanks.
Look, just
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry.
Take like a giant swig of my wine.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, no more party for you. You know.
and then
That was
once
fun.
Once she's set up with that, it's just a couple minutes, okay? I'm sure the rat will be out in just a moment. When she's set up with that, I'm gonna make my way back into the front room.
Okay.
And just sort of scan what's happening, just to make sure that my attention is not being pulled away from something.
A lot of those food dishes are looking.
Oh no.
Gotta get back to it.
The rest of the party, like you see Droomstick in his current state. Avi and Emmerich are like clustered together. They're basically, they've got a circle around them as they're having a good flow dance moment.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
The elf boy in your lap wipes a tear off your eye.
I want to give him a smooch, but like I don't want it to get too crazy.
Camera's gonna move away from you on that one.
No.
Nobody wants to see it.
No, your moment deserves some privacy, so you can have it.
Yeah, thank you.
Ophelia, this is a lot. And you grew up in a pretty quiet temple. But this is a lot. Like, it's all smiles, it's all good natured, everybody is enjoying themselves.
It's just a lot of socialization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A handful of people like walked up to you and tried to start a conversation.
I'm overwhelmed.
And yeah, and they don't quite give you the shoulder pat and walk away, but the conversations just end up being short. It's almost like they're, give me an insight check.
Okay. 19.
Okay. They don't want to be rude, but Kalimvor's not a cheery guy. And you've got your holy symbol displayed, so they're just being polite, not rude in any way, but you're kind of bringing the party down in your area.
Oh no. Now I'm self-conscious.
Blaze,
Hi.
there's absolutely nothing going near that crap.
I'm just like half laid on the floor with the string, like drinking my wine, like watching with the one eye.
Give me an intelligence check.
I have a -1.
You
That's a 15.
Not bad.
No, it's not terrible.
That pipe goes through the basement.
Oh, bitch! I'm gonna leave Warren's box of rat trap and go down to the basement.
Look,
Warren's
it's a classic
box
for-
of meth.
It is a classic rat trap for a reason, okay?
Just like fueled by my wine, I'm just gonna pause.
It works for Bugs
like
Bunny.
that, and just like, like, when somebody pauses and they suddenly realize that's gonna happen, I'm just gonna like get up and go into the basement with the wine still in
The
hand.
basement door is behind the bar. It's like a trap door in the floor. So you walk out through the party.
Can I do this stealthily?
I don't think anyone really cares.
Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Can that be a new book title? Warren's box of
And-
rat trap.
And give yourself advantage right now, because at the moment you walk out there, Avi and Emmerich are having a bit of a make-out moment at the center of the dance floor, and there is literal steam coming off of them.
Huh.
Well, my first roll was a 19 plus 6, so I probably didn't need the advantage.
Yeah. So yeah, you slide down in the basement, and what's your passive perception?
13.
13. By the time you get to the bottom of the steps, you can hear chittering of rats.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Can I see any?
You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this like that movie Willard?
I don't know.
Oh,
So
it kind of haunted me as a child.
you look around, and there's a pile of rats.
Oh shit, get Warren's
Uh,
box of rap
they're-
trats.
We're gonna need a bigger box.
maybe like 60 or 70 of them,
Is
and
it
they're
like
all like focused on
Oh,
something,
ew.
but you can't see what it is because it's covered in rat.
Hmm.
Yum yum.
I'm sure it's innocuous.
Hmm.
Whatever it is.
Touch
No.
Touch it.
Oh.
Curiosity kills a cat, you better touch it.
Is it terrible? I just got the overwhelming urge to just Eldritch Blast the shit, but I'm not going to.
Everyone at the party all of a sudden hears boom! Just from the basement.
A flash of light comes up out of the trapdoor.
Sorry, the real party's down here.
Can I use my light spell to make like a really bright flash of light and scare them? Is that how that would work?
You can do that.
Yes.
So you turn the lights on, and the rats scatter in every direction.
I don't know if that was helpful, but
Well, they were on top of something. I'm assuming I can see what that is now.
It's it's a large burlap bag, maybe grocery bag size, and like the rats were like gnawing at it,
Touch it.
trying to get inside of it. Within a few seconds of you turning the lights on, rats fill the tap room, and they're just running everywhere.
There's nowhere
and
for
they
them
get-
to go.
They get noticed, and people are screaming. It is not like panic. Oh my God, rats are going to kill us.
More like, oh
But-
god, ew.
Yeah, like 3 dozen rats just run through the room. People notice that, and everybody just looks at the food and puts it down. Warren, you're in the middle of the tap room when this happens.
Nobody knows it was me.
did I see where they came from?
Yeah, they came from behind the bar.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to just call out. All right, nobody panic. Nobody panic. Just give us a moment, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna investigate where these rats are coming from.
Okay, trapdoor to the basement's open, and there's a light coming from down there. Broomstick,
Yes.
you just had rats distract your elf boy.
I'm gonna get enraged and be like, who dares take my elf boy time away from me?
You just pick him up and set him down.
Yeah, it's just like, I'll be back. And I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna be like, fucking basement rats, the entire way over to the be like,
Yeah.
and just be like, yeah, no, it wasn't the food, it was a friggin' basement. I don't know. And then I'm gonna like stomp down there aggravatedly, like trying to figure out what happened.
Ophelia?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry. There's something going on with my family right now. What just happened? Can you recap for me?
From what you saw, rats just scurried across the taproom floor, 20 or 30 of them. Warren notices them immediately. Broomstick notices them when the elf boy in his lap gets distracted by them. Everybody has seen them.
Oh, the rat's out of the
Yeah.
No.
Matrim is like, I knew I should have brought my pipes.
I was considering asking the bard for some help, but, it's too late now, I guess.
I'm kind of like backing off away from the rats.
You see
trying to press
Warren
myself against
and
the wall.
Drumstick heading towards the bar where you know there's a trapdoor into the basement.
I kind of peek over, see what they're doing, while trying to avoid the rats that scurried across the floor.
All right. Warren, you're heading down in the basement.
Yeah.
You see Blaze with a big old light ball in her hand, looking
Just
down
like this
at this,
panic-stricken look on my face.
looking down his burlap sack.
Oh.
Can we just say it's the hand with the wine glass that has the ball of light and it's like lighting
And
up
the wine is glowing.
I'm gonna be, and like, as soon as I see you, I'm gonna get infuriated. I'm going to be like, you fucker.
I will throw my wine at you. Leave me alone. I don't know what I'm gonna point at the sack. I don't know what the fuck this is, but the rats were all over it.
Great. All right. The sack's not moving or anything, right? There's not going to be more rats pouring out of it.
It's like moving a little bit because there is a rat stuck inside.
Fucking step on it.
Okay, first off, let's close the trap door.
Okay.
So they're not going to be. We're not going to have any more surprises.
You know, I probably should have done that in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Guys, continue the party. We're sorry. We'll be right back. We're not terrible hosts, I swear.
And now I'm going to see what these rats were so interested in this sack.
Okay. It's got that same smell but stronger. And you can almost like smell it in the entire room.
Is there any chance any of us would be able to identify any of it? I have medicine.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
As my page for my sheet reloads.
Am I also smelling the smell?
Yeah, you can do the same medicine check.
I 20'd. Nat.
17.
Okay. Both of you kind of get the same information. You didn't know before this what would be a rat pheromone, but that's probably what this is. This is a scent signal that rats will key in on and move towards.
Somebody put this here, clearly.
I'm gonna take the sack. I'm just gonna pick it up, walk up the stairs, and be like, sorry guys, gotta dispose of something, and then I'm just gonna toss it out the door onto the front steps.
Oh no.
Okay, I guess that works.
Give me a perception check when you toss that out.
Does my boyfriend leave me? I mean, hold on.
Drumstick has an elf twink now.
Wow, okay, yeah, that's a nat 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. You just like open the door, toss the bag, pull the door shut, and
I mean, maybe I should leave the door open for a minute so the rats will all go outside.
I thought they already left.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. Where are the rats now? Are we still dealing with these rats?
The rats are still around. Like, they're not all in one spot right now.
I'll just
The rats appear to be panicking.
I'll
So
crack.
they're looking for places to hide.
I'll crack the door. I'll just be like, yeah, and I'll be like, so that party, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know.
People are starting to collect their things. And, Matrim's doing his best to convince people that this is, not a reason to stop the party. And Avi just kind of reaches over and puts a hand on his cheek and is like, oh no, the party's just moving.
I'm gonna try to apologize to Avi, like with tears in my face, like, I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Oh no, don't be. These things happen. Waterdeep gets weird sometimes. We know this. We're not judging you, my friend. We're not. But these things happen. But we're going to take this party on the road.
Fair enough. I hope you have a
Can I
better
follow?
night.
The good news is the wine is untouched, and you can take as much of it with you as you want.
I like the way you think, Warren. and
Can
he,
I
will
come
s-
with you?
We will supply the party with plenty of wine to keep them going.
Yeah.
The bottles of wine that are available up in the tap room start to thin out pretty quickly.
Good.
Good.
No one's in a super rush to leave, but they've decided that this party is now going on to its next phase. And Matrim is going with them.
Okay. Let's make sure he gets paid before he leaves. I don't know what. Warren would probably know what a bard would be paid for this. I don't know. So, what is a generous payment for a bard?
A generous payment for a night. You want to be truly generous? 50 gold.
All right. Let me see how much gold I actually have on me.
I'll be like, no.
That number can be any number you want because you got
Yeah.
over 12 grand in the bank.
Right. I just hadn't actually withdrawn any of that.
Yeah.
I'll
You can-
give him the 50. That's
Right.
fine.
Yeah, you can have whatever walking around money you want.
Okay.
I'll say before my elf wanderer kind of leaves, will be like, shall we meet again?
He whispers in your ear, my name is Holly. And then he just gives you a peck on the cheek. And all but dances out the door.
Oh my god.
I'm so fucking happy right now.
We're gonna have to deal with this now.
But no, no, listen, this is gonna be nice background. It's not gonna be overwhelming thing. I just wanted to kind of come full circle with it, okay?
Now,
We know
as
you want to fuck the elf. dude.
Shh.
as everybody is filing out the door, Warren, you're going to notice that there's a young girl, human girl outside, maybe 15 or 16 years old, dark hair. And she's holding this burlap sack
Oh, no.
that just got thrown at her. Holding it out away from her because it stinks. And she looks over at you and like, are you Warren Woodbrook?
Yes, unfortunately. I may help you.
I was told to find you here. You might be able to help me.
I don't know if we can help anyone right now, but we're certainly willing to listen, I guess, since we've got nothing else going on. Besides these rats.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And she just takes the sack and just kind of tosses it a few feet over. I'm trying to find my brother. He came to Waterdeep a couple of days ago with some harebrained plan to go into Undermountain and make it rich.
I see.
But when he left home weeks ago, our father was headed towards Baldur's Gate on business, and he was murdered there.
Oh.
And the town seized our farm because I'm not. The title for the farm is passed to my brother, and they're scamming me out of our family farm. While he goes and has his adventures in Undermountain.
See.
What does he look like?
A drunken ass.
There are a lot of those in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
If that's all you're looking for, there's one right there, and I'll point back at Drumstick.
Listen, I'm not the one.
I'm just like half sprawled over the
I don't think he's been drinking that much.
Where's the drunken elf that we usually have, huh? Fucking
She
asshole.
describes him as tall, likely be swinging around a big hammer like it makes him extra manly as he fights with a hammer.
So he wasn't one of the people we saw. The other day.
That fits the description of one of the guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, wait,
Oh.
saw him the other day when we were talking to the bard guy. When he went in the thing. I'm drunk at this point, so.
Well, we knew that he had went in the thing. That
No,
was...
like literally the other day. He's who I saw. He's one of the people with the lady with the thing.
The lady with the black disc.
Yeah, that.
I need him to come home as soon as possible. If he's not home soon, we're going to lose the farm for good.
Okay, does he know that your father has been killed and that the farm has fallen to him?
I doubt it.
Will he come willingly, or...
I don't know. I've already referenced him as a drunken ass.
Well, do you think you would have been drunk going into this?
You'd have to be, wouldn't you?
I'd go not drunk.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
But you would also go drunk, wouldn't you?
That's a bad idea. You don't adventure drunk. That's how you die.
Give me an insight check on this girl.
Okay.
Oh, not me. Not my drunk self.
Hi, Warren.
25.
You understand her on an almost spiritual level.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just trying to do the right and good, normal, hardworking path, and everybody around her seems to have ideas for fast money that lead to nothing but problems.
Okay, so brother's down in Undermountain. He doesn't know that his father has been killed. What is his name and what is your name?
He calls himself Rex the Hammer. Yeah, you know, right?
Okay, and what do you call him?
That's dumb.
I call him Rex the Drunken Ass.
I choke on my wine and spit it out.
My name is Jenny.
Jenny?
Ginny.
Ginny.
Yeah,
I
think
like you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna apologize. I did not mean to throw a sack at you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was you? She just looks back at Warren, and you know that look because you would have seen it in a mirror if you had one more often.
Yeah, he's been in a coma for a couple days, and he might be going back into one after this. We'll see.
Yes. I'm okay with Drumstick in a coma.
No!
Yeah.
Even though that actually, truthfully, might happen again.
Yeah, Rex and his friend Copper, the dwarf, Copper found some map to Sargath, is what they kept calling the place. And they said that would be where they can get their fast money at. And they packed up and left for Waterdeep a few weeks ago.
Okay, so it was him and the dwarf. Did they have any other friends with him at the time that you're aware of?
Oh, Rex is really good at convincing people that his brilliant ideas are not dumbass ideas.
Right. So anyone else he was with, he probably picked up on the way.
I try not to know his friends. They're nothing but trouble. They're just, I mean, you know the.
I do. I know the type.
I can just like feel Warren like judging all of us in the background right now.
Like,
And
I'm gonna be pouting because I can feel it. It's strong.
I'm laying on my back on the bar now, one leg off the bar, just like looking at my empty wine glass, disappointed. Like, why is it empty?
Like I asked for help with the city watch, and they said there's nothing they could do.
Yeah, that's typical.
Yeah, that's.
And someone suggested that you can we're really good at finding things. So I don't know. I can't even offer much in the way of reward, but as long as we don't lose the farm, I'll do what I can to compensate you for your time.
I think if anything, we should do this free of charge, considering that one, I offended you with a gross, smelly sack, and
And two, it's the right thing to do.
You know what? I'm going to hold him to that because he said it out loud, and I'm really desperate here.
fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a fun time going into the thing for an adventure. I'll do it.
I told you he would go in drunk.
Not right now when I'm sober.
And she's
Sober.
Yeah, no.
Sober Blaze will go.
Yeah, and she's like, I've been there.
Relatable.
Don't make me Eldritch Blast you, Warren. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
And like
My fingers like faintly glows.
She's laying on the bar inside, and you guys are like out on the front steps.
So you hear this? I'll do it. I'll Eldritch blast you.
When Warren, when you look back in, there's like a rat on her leg that she doesn't see.
Yeah, that's fine. She doesn't need to know about that. She'll figure it out on her own. Okay. Okay. So where are you staying in the city? How can we get in contact with you?
I put my coins together, and I have a room at the Blue Dragon Inn, not far from here.
All right.
Do you need to? If you need to stay somewhere else, I mean, I look at the group, just being like, "Can she stay here, or is that?" I feel really bad, guys.
How many days have you got at this inn?
To be fair, the Blue Dragon Inn doesn't have rats.
Doesn't have what?
Rats. So
We don't need there was somebody put a bag in our basement.
Yeah, normally we don't have the rats. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to stay in a creepy rat building.
Thank you for the offer, but I'm good there for now.
Okay, I'm just saying, if we're going down into Undermountain, this isn't going to be a day trip. So.
Yeah, and you're doing the mental math on what it would take for this, and you know that you don't have what you need for something like that right now. You're going to need some prep time.
Right.
To provision an expedition into Undermountain is a thing. But it's well within your skill set to prepare for something like this.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess that's settled. Then we will look into it.
Yeah, I don't even know where the Sargus place is down there, but that's the map they kept talking.
Well, we're resourceful at finding things at the very least, so we'll give that a shot.
All right. Ophelia, do you have anything to? You've been a little quiet tonight.
I pat the girl on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, we'll find your brother." I try to cheer her up.
Thought you were gonna say mom for a second for some reason.
We'll find your mom.
It wasn't her mom.
You know what? You're probably good at the comforting thing. You've been around a funeral or two. Give me a charisma check. Persuasion if you have it.
Okay, let's see here. 13.
13. She doesn't. You know, it's hard to like judge her mood, but you know, she nods along with that, and she knows that you're sincere in your desire to help. Uh, Blue Dragon Inn. I'll be there. If you hear anything from him, let me know.
Okay.
The town burgomaster said it would be, you know, if I don't have my father's heir present within the month, they're seizing the farm to pay for his debts.
That's unfair.
We have a whole month to find this guy, so let's do it.
Well, if he's going to be down in Undermountain for a month, that sounds like bad news. Did they look like they were provisioned to be down there for a whole month?
Give me a investigation check.
All right. Oh, that's a natural one, but I have +8 at least in investigation, so 9.
You're pretty sure that every group you've seen down going there is underprepared.
Oof.
You know, you've heard the legends of Undermountain. Things can get pretty hairy down deep in there. So you're not sure exactly what you would think is adequate.
Right.
But they did seem a little like, you know, you over prepare to walk across the street. So,
Well, from everything we've heard about them, they're probably going to get themselves in trouble. I think that's a safe assumption.
yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. They had the audacity, you know, it was Copper's idea, to call them the Fine Fellows of Daggerford. That was always the name they wanted to call themselves as they adventured. Fine Fellow. Drunken. Drunken asses of Daggerford. That's what they are.
Okay. Well, if there's any other information you want to give us, let us know. Otherwise, I guess we're going to be prepping for that.
If I can think of anything else, I'll come back and tell you.
I'm sure one of us will be here. Hopefully sober.
And you're like, thank you, Warren. You know, I need you to help me with this, and I can't thank you enough. And with that, she kind of backs away and starts walking down the street towards her inn room.
Okay, well that's that.
So when you step back inside, Blaze is on the counter.
Got like one leg hanging off, you know, like
Yep.
Paul.
Empty wine glass is like dangling precariously from her fingertips, almost about ready to drop to the floor. Broomsticks beside you, Ophelia's there with you, and you're in this empty tap room that has all of the debris for what was for most of the night a truly successful party. And then the rattening happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna survey the mess
Oh.
and my drunken companions, and I'm gonna put my hands on my hips and say, I'd consider that a win.
I gotta get it.
Gone worse.
Yeah. As you look around, you know, the rat problem aside, the cleanup's gonna be exactly what you expected it to be. Nothing got broken. Nobody got rowdy or out of hand. Nobody made a significant mess.
At
Yeah,
the thought of
normal-
nothing getting broken, I dropped my glass.
You're paying for that.
I go to find a broom.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Warren in his younger days has been in some dives, so you know, a couple of rats at the party. It happened.
Yeah. So that's a good place for us to stop tonight. You've got a couple of new mysteries. You've got whatever's going on with the rats. You've got the fine fellows of Daggerford that need some finding.
And I got a makeover.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, the flowers are still vined around his horns.
Is that a permanent addition now?
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, it's a living vine, but it's not attached to anything, so you don't think you're good potting soil. Now, if you wanted to, you might be able to plant it.
I will do that. I will definitely plant it.
Sorry, I'm imagining Droomstick as a druid now. And
Druid
just
stick?
A druid
Yeah.
stick.
well, more like a druid minotaur in the hysterical image that brings up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So yeah, well, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff going on right now. So yeah, that's gonna end our session.
Woo.
As always, for we did a sort of new game last night. You can track that down on the YouTube or watch it on Twitch. I'm running the Curse of the Azure Bonds adventure from 2nd edition. Had a blast with Nick and Jess, as well as new players for our crew. Derek and Lauren were joining us for the first time. We've got a seat that will at some point in time be filled by Rossi.
Indeed.
Until then, you can track me down at Evil Sales Ass on Twitter, and more often than not lately, I've been keeping my conversations to D&D. It's quieter than it's better than thinking about jobs.
Yes.
So from there, someone who definitely doesn't want to talk about work, we're gonna pass it off to Nick.
Oh yeah, no, fuck work. You can find me at Blue Aura 94YT or anything anywhere with just Blue Aura 94. Also the Carpe Nudist page. Yeah, no, I haven't been complaining much of work on the Twitter like vocally, but I will. 'Cause yeah, no, fuck my work, and I'll be leaving them shortly, so that's a good thing at least. I have the option to leave. But yeah, no, keep up with my drama as I make it on my own. And I'll be passing it down to Jess.
Hi. You can find me at Sweet Nine Tails Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and actually soon enough, once I get all the shit I need, I'm gonna have some big cosplay project work coming up. So I'm probably gonna try and post a lot of whips on Instagram, and I will probably post some on Twitter. So if you want to see me try and make a giant glowy sword,
Yeah, I'm interested in giant glowy sword.
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna be about a foot taller than I am, so about 6 feet. I'm only like 5'3".
So yeah, completely rationally sized sword.
Yeah. It's normal. I am going to pass things up to Jen.
You can find me at SummonerXI on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I post mostly Final Fantasy XIV stuff because I am a loser.
Hey!
Hey!
It's an MMO. You can't lose at an MMO. There is no way to win either.
Raids after this?
The developers win. They get our money. And then there's Oliver, who has nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything at all, ever.
He's here, though.
You have our love.
Yeah, I'll have. You can all have me next week. There you go.
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's sweet.
We'll still have you after the game to do raids, so.
Right. On that note, let's shut this down. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
See you guys later.
Good night.
Bye!
Alrighty, the Bye Felicia part is up